Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a Buja. I can't even talk today. So, just going to say, hey, going to go over the practice squad, going to go over the list and what's interesting about it, and obviously some other news on waivers, because now I think we're going to start seeing who the Eagles are picking up on waivers, maybe some returns on obviously the moves that have transpired, which has been really busy for the Philadelphia Eagles the past few days, which has kind of been crazy. So, let's get straight into it.
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
What is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. So I'm going to go over the practice squad for the Philadelphia Eagles. It is official. It is final. Okay, so here it is. So you have wide receiver Devin Allen. You have guard tackle Coyote Awosika. You have running back Kennedy Brooks back, which I really do like. You have wide receiver Deon Cain makes his way back. You have safety Andre Shashir. I'll never say his last name right, so I know you're going to correct me in the comment section. You have LaRaven Clark coming back, Britton Covey, Christian Ellis, Mario Goodrich, Anthony Harris, which is an interesting one. Defensive end Matt Leo, Reed Sinnott. Why is this guy even back? Tight end Togai, Cameron Tom, Marvin Wilson. Okay. Interesting. Anthony Harris definitely is the interesting one coming back. There was rumors that he was coming back to the practice squad, which I'm surprised he's just coming back to the practice squad and not going to go to another team to try to start or be a backup somewhere else. So this one's interesting. Like I said, I would literally take Kevon Wallace off and put Anthony Harris right behind to have at least you have Marcus Epps. Okay, Chauncey Gardner is in the building now, which is fantastic. You can have Anthony Harris as your third rotational piece and then have Reed Blankenship back there as well. So Kevon Wallace, what, because he's a fourth round pick? Is that why? Is the only reason why he's here? All talk, no play, opens his mouth way too much, runs his mouth too much, and hasn't shown me a damn thing. So Anthony Harris coming back. I mean, if you could get Anthony Harris on the active roster as a backup to Gardner Johnson and Marcus Epps, I think it would be perfect for the depth of this roster, which would be great. Like, I'm not a big fan of Anthony Harris. When he first got here, I was, because like I think a couple seasons before that, he led the whole league in interceptions, and he was coming off of like $11 million franchise tag. So there was a lot of hype with him coming here as a safety, and he would have played a little bit better. But I think the Eagles, he was the first signing, if you guys remember, in the offseason. Because I felt like he knew the system, knows the coach. Him and Jonathan Gannon, were together when they were with the Vikings, because Gannon was I think he was a defensive assistant with the Vikings at one point when Anthony Harris was playing there. So it makes sense. You know what I mean? Reed Sinnott, don't know why he's here at all. I don't know if he's even primed to even. He's got a lot of work, obviously, but I don't know why he's back, but it is what it is. Raven Clark comes back for your left tackle, right guard, right tackle, depth. But Britton Covey is back, Devin Allen is back, and Deon Cain is back. Now that Rager is gone, are they keeping just 5 receivers, or are they going to add another receiver and put Deon Cain as your number 5? That's going to be an interesting one. I'm glad Covey and Allen are still here, because I think they both still need to develop. Who knows? There might be a time where Covey or Allen might get a shot this year because of injuries. You never know what could happen, maybe for special teams or something like that. So I think down the road, we might find something with them. But interesting enough, the Eagles are really looking at quarterbacks a lot right now. Okay. Number one is they already brought in a quarterback already. So they claimed Ian Book and waived Deon Taylor. Now, Deon Taylor didn't really have a strong, I don't know. He didn't play well this preseason. I thought maybe the first game he played okay in some coverage, and he was doing okay, but he didn't really pop out too much. A guy that really we saw out of the 6-7 linebackers we kept last year. Taylor and Edwards were really a good combination last year, and he had the knee injury, and then they had to put him on IR and couldn't come back after the bye. So we didn't even have Deon Taylor at the end of the year last year for the last few games that we had, which really sucked, because I thought Taylor was playing really good, but not really a good opening for Deon Taylor, and obviously not being here now. So with Ian Book at quarterback, don't know much about him. Drafted in the 4th round for the New Orleans Saints last year. And stat wise, it's very, very low. It's 135 yards, 2 picks. 60% completion, so not much there. So at least the Eagles are trying to, I mean, this is not just for this year, this is for next year too, for the offseason. Hopefully they bring in some quality guys that can at least get some passes off, other than Reed Sinnett being on practice squad. Well, I don't know why he's still here. So Ian Book, we'll see what he's got. And then they actually put a waiver in for another quarterback, okay, and that is for Vikings third-round pick QB Kalin Moore. Know nothing about him. So we'll see what happens with that as well. But having, this is what they do. They try to find as many quarterbacks as they possibly can for next season, for next offseason, guys that they, think that may have talent that could give their guys some good looks, not only for next year, but obviously during the practices, because these practice squad guys, obviously practice squad, they do practice. They get paid to practice and, against the starters or whoever to give looks or whatnot. So to see if you could, find a quality quarterback that, could be a nice camp arm that is productive, maybe could be your number 3 or, who knows what you can develop back there. But I'm glad that the Eagles are actually looking at different quarterbacks, bringing some guys in. So we'll see what happens with this. I think this will be fun to kind of look at, see what type of quarterbacks. I think we'll have a brand new, if Jalen Hurts works out, I think we'll have a brand new, after Minshew leaves after this year and Jalen Hurts hopefully is a starting quarterback next year and gets paid, and really works out after the 2022 season, see what these other quarterbacks have in store for us for, next offseason, giving our guys good looks. So that's what I'm hoping. But really, other than that, that's pretty much it. I mean, between all the moves that we've made so far with Rager being out, I hope they bring up one of these receivers in Deon Cain or somebody. I think Deon Cain really made it. I think it was eye-opening for the Eagles that Deon Cain had to come back. Heard from a few beat writers, too, that they really wanted Deon Cain to come back. They were hoping to God that he came back, and he did. So that's a really good thing for the Philadelphia Eagles, because those couple games that he played, I thought he showed up really well, made some tough catches, and I thought it was an eye-opener for some teams that maybe that they were going to get him, that he was, if he leaves off waivers, that somebody was going to pick him up, and nobody did, surprisingly. So lucky for us that we have him back on this team, and obviously with Britton Covey, Devin Allen, for special teams, obviously for a lot of other reasons too, could be wide receiver. We'll see. They need to develop a little bit more because we didn't really see too much from both of those guys besides the big reception from Allen, and Covey really didn't show much of anything. Showed more in the joint practices than he did. A lot of these players showed more in the joint practices than they did in these preseason games, because Nick doesn't value the preseason games as much as these joint practices, as we all know. Still don't get why, but it is what it is. So let me know what you guys think about the practice squad. The Eagles are trying out some quarterbacks right now and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys on the next one. Chicks, what up? Follow us. Peace out, guys. Peace.